They're identical equations. There's nothing different. Just except now here is all double dot. Here is all double dot. You look at the green side, here's all double dot. Before that, we have just W. That's the displacement. Then what is the result of in my overall system? My overall system is become this, like that. That's my overall system. Exact the same derivations. All right. Okay. Now you look at that. The differences is now the coupling. The coupling is in the mass matrix. It is not stiffness matrix anymore. Okay. The coupling now is in mass matrix. But the centrics can be used here. The centrics in the displacement feedback, you can use that. All right, and I think I talked enough about my in the displacement. So exactly the same thing that closed loop system is a dynamic system, and now my parameter is exactly the same as the parameters showing in the displacement feedback. Exactly the same thing. This is covered with our knowledge of that. All right, and I don't divide it again. All right, here the mass matrix. Let me show you the mass matrix. Here is total matrix. Let me go back here and this total matrix has to be symmetric and partly definite. All right. Then let's look at this. All right. Then this is the mimic. So this control system is a mimic to this. Now, what is the difference between this and this displacement? Can you see the differences between this and the displacement? I did not bother to prove the MT is positive definite anymore, because you use exactly the same process in dividing the MT, the KT for displacement feedback. Now, what is differences? Tell me the differences between this feedback, the acceleration feedback, and displacement feedback. You can look at the passive system, then you will know what the difference is between those. Now, for the displacement feedback, what we have? For the displacement feedback, for the displacement feedback, then we have a KC here, we have MC here, then we have that spot here, right? And this is the ground. That's for my displacement feedback. For the axial feedback, then what we have is right. Then we have that we have our measurements here is W, and here we have WC, right? And our measurement here is W double dot, then our virtual WC double dot prime. Ready? Any problem? The difference is here is we use absolute displacement. Here we use the relative displacement. So relative accelerations. And so you attach to the ground. Although this is virtual ground. This is not real ground. Because this is in the computer. So it doesn't matter if the real ground, virtual ground in computer they don't care. But conceptually, if you want to implement it in terms of passive system, then you can do this. And if you excel, then into the passive system, you can do this one. Now, the question is, can I do this? This in terms of if I have a displacement measurement rather than acceleration measurement, can I use this for displacement measurement? Huh? If I provide you displacement measurement, can I use again this the passive system to design my active system, the feedback system? Right? That's a good question for your midterm exam. Maybe that's a good homework for you to do. Your homework number 5, right? Then you will find out yes or no. Again, this is all inside the computer. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you compute it, they don't care. Your computer will do it maybe the same speed as you, it doesn't matter what you do. You're ground or not, they don't care. Now I leave that questions for you to answer about that. Right. It's good for you to think about it. Next week is a spring break. So you have all week to think about it. All right. So this is relative. That's relative. This equation is relative. It's almost identical to the displacement feedback and formulation-wise almost identical, except that you have to provide the W double dot prime here, you know. But W dot plus WC double dot prime is really just absolute, right? The WC double dot. Wow, this is some kind of interesting concept anyway. There's not any other book discussed about this. But this is nothing but just a TMD concept. Any questions? No? Any questions? Okay. If no questions, I'm going to conclude this part, the theoretical part. So the second order dynamic controller design, like this, is model independent in stability. So this is what I call robust instability to system uncertainties. In other words, your system M, as long as they are positive, maybe you give them a wrong M, it's fine. M can have an error, but M always positive. K can have an error. Your system, your physical K or your physical mass can have an error. Fine, they are still stable. Alright? So you can interpret physically this controller, this voltage controller, this voltage controller, you can implement it physically. There's a mimic system, passive system for it. This is really good for control and vibrational suppression in the system. You may argue that there's not such a system in the physical world. The design can use displacement and or acceleration feedback to augment damping to the system. Augment damping means you add damping to the system even we don't have velocity measurement. So you have displacement and or acceleration feedback. You can have both together if you like. Don't have to be only one. But for this kind of building, I think nobody will use two. Most of the cases just use acceleration. Because acceleration is cheap. Less than 100 NT, you can have one or two, even three. Very inexpensive device. It's so common because your cellular phone, has the X1 bits. All right. The important practical issue here, I taught you already, the digital or analog implementation, there's time delays. Also that you have some collocations. If you have collocation, you got no problem. Measurement noise, if you have a lot of measurement noise, you might have a problem. Stability maybe not, but you do have some problem. Your performance may not be good. And you also have the actuator and sensor saturations. Right? Maybe you need like a 10 Newton, but your actuator can give you only 5 in max. In maximum is 5. So you might have that problem. All right? So your EU, after you compute EU, say, hey, give me 10 Newton. Your actuator say, I'm sorry, I can give only 5, the maximum. And that's another problem.